Yeah, my name is Keno Zahney. I'm a Dunet artist. My clans are Kintlachitni and Shlon, Twidichitni, Bashishchin, Na Kledne, Dashicheado, Lashche, Dashanal. Originally, I'm from Tuba City, but I moved out here with my wife at the time. We had our wedding out here in Shiprock, so we live out here in Shiprock. But I've been painting for almost 2 years now, and I really like the artwork that I do. And it really started out with breaking my wrist, and I lost out on a job in Page, Arizona. I was hired to work as a machinist there, but I couldn't work, so I stayed home and I started drawing. One of my first drawings that I did was a portrait of Chief Manuelito. So I couldn't work, so I stayed home and I started, being a lefty, I started drawing. But the drawing turned out really good, so I really liked the results of the drawing. So I did another drawing, which was the portrait of Mini Arrows. Mini Arrows, as I know, and I've been told, is it was a distant brother to Chief Manuelito. But I did the two drawings in graphite. Then I turned around and I kept going with it, and I decided to do a Apache Crown Dancer, which was in color pencil. But from there, once I finished the Crown Dancer, I really liked working with colors. So I turned to Bev Taylor. She's the owner of an art gallery here in Farmington. And there I went to her and I asked her to teach me the color theory. And I set my goals, letting her know that I didn't want to paint with acrylics and oils. So she taught me a lot about the color wheel, and then the color complementary colors there. And pretty much it just took off from there. I started out with coffee cups and the male hogan here. So I did those for about a year, and then I wanted to go to do more with my art and to be able to paint other stuff. But the hard part was, promoting my own art. It was kind of a struggle, but then there was the good days and the bad days are art shows. So I went and started doing the art shows, and I started really doing good. But between the art shows, I was still kind of struggling financially, so I turned to Roxanne and Anthony to come by and see if they wanted to buy one of my paintings, in which they really liked my artwork. So that's where it kind of started off. Was I would bring some paintings and present them, and then if I was lucky, and if they liked it, then they would buy it from me. And we started building a relationship through there, which was through the artwork and just the good people that they are. And then, as I believe, I kept coming over, but they have a pretty good collection of my artwork, and this is where I really felt that to receive the help that I got from Roxanne and Anthony was to give something back, like this painting. It was really a good experience to do a painting this size, and with the subject in mind. And I think with that, the presentation yesterday that we did was really a good one. Like I kind of mentioned in the presentation that I was going for a home run, but I think we pretty much did a grand slam on that one. And above and beyond where I expected is where this painting turned out to be. But I really appreciate the help and support that I get from Anthony and Roxanne, Lucky Ridge, and we have a really good, strong relationship through that. And with that, I'm really thankful. This is 4 feet by 4 foot, and it's a gallery wrap. It's stretched canvas, and all the work here is done with acrylic. But to the painting, we have the foundation here is we have four corn stalks, which would represent Anthony, Roxanne, Taylor, and Parker. That's a family here. This is where the growth is. But from the Anthony side, the white corn, that's in Navajo, that represents the male. So we have a male corn and we have a female corn, not dansui. So in this side, we have the Natashkai, which is growing. And then we have the Natashchi, which is also growing. Then we have the Parker, or Taylor and Parker. But where there's growth, there we have butterflies. In Alsace, we have butterflies and dragonflies that tend to hang around where the corn is. This is where the butterflies are flying, and then we see the dragonflies here also. And then the teepee, this is what I know of the Hickory Apache, is that their first home was the teepee, just like our first home was the male hogan. Although from inside there's a where it's warm, and so we have a yellow glow on the outside of the teepee because there's that's a homestead. There's like I said, there's so it's warm inside, and from the smoke we have a crown dancer. From the crown dancers, I know they dance. They come down from the mountain, and they come down to where there's people dwell there. If there's sickness, or if there's they need the mountain spirits' blessings, they come down and they dance for them, and that's their purpose of the crown dancers, is they come down from the mountains and they dance and they spread their blessings there. Although in the background we have the Hickory Apache Reservation that I set in the background, and then on the further side, closer to the edge, is the basket, the designs that I've seen under a lot of the photos that I've been researching. Those are the most popular designs that I've seen, and I really like this one because it kind of represents either a butterfly or a dragonfly on its side. So that's how I put that one in there. And then coming to this side, which is the Navajo side, would be Anthony. Our first home was the male hogan. The same thing, we have a fire going inside. The home is warm, so that's how we have the glow here. We have the different stars. The stars represent a lot of the storytelling. Other than we have the Yetis here, which is there's where you're being watched over, you're being protected, and we have the 4 sacred mountains. Sisna Jini, so it's this Doko Sleep, the Bensa, and then we have the outline of the reservation here. Although the 2 lightning bolts here represent the 2 twins, the monster slayers, which were the first children of the Zan. So these were the first twins from them. They were they went to slay the monsters. So a lot of this is a creation story also. This is how I see Anthony, which is the hard work that they do is the welding and the mining maintenance there. Although we have the welding hood, which is the work being done, and then we have the cable here. Although the feathers represents a warrior. To me, a warrior is not only a protector but a provider, and that's how I see Anthony. A lot of hard work that they put into what they're building here is the company, which is Lucky Ridge, and then the buildings there represent the power plants that they work with. Although from there, the horned toad in our way, in Navajo way, is not showing the shiji. He's a protector. I kind of made it into a contemporary feel and image. I didn't really go in detail of exactly how he is, but on his back we have the colors of the sacred mountains. Or Sisna Jini, Doko Asli, the Bensa, and then Sisna Matisi, so we actually have 6 sacred mountains in our Navajo ways. And then the tail, Besist Ogi, that the horned toad, his head is also shaped like an arrowhead. But from the white arrowhead, why I chose that one is my grandma, when I was a young boy too, she gave me an arrowhead which was white. And it's like in the Apache stories too, the Apache was given a white horse and that white horse represents a warrior. So this one here represents a warrior also, the white arrowhead. But from the side I put a safety marker, like that we see on the trucks at the power plants. That's a high visibility. That's something to watch out for. And then it goes around to the feather, which is the company logo. The mountain range, I chose red because in Navajo ways, so in the sand paintings and the blessing way ceremony, the red represents Mother Earth. The blue represents Father Sky. That's where the stars and our Father is. It goes down to the corner of the painting, which is I use the green cloud because where green is, that's a color of growth. And then underneath it, I use orange. So when the sun comes up, it's an orange glow, orange reddish glow. And that's where the sun comes up. And then I have a railroad track that comes around the company logo, the feather. The tractor there represents the maintenance of the railroad. And then we have the lights that go around the feather. I kind of made it like to where the train would be going around this way. And then to the middle of the painting, this is the words that I read in the Farmington Daily Times that they won this award, which would be the Economic Development Growth Excellence Award, and that was presented to Roxanne and Anthony as a company for being having a good service and doing what they do. I stacked 3 of them, which is I know that they will be winning more awards. And this one here at the bottom, the blue streaks, I wasn't really planning on it, but as I stepped back and I looked at it, to me I see it as thrusters of a rocket. That you use that power to get a lift off, and that's how I see the awards, is the company taking off like that. It's going to go a long ways. And then the stars here is the Dallas Cowboys. That's how I see Anthony. He's a Cowboys fan, and I incorporated that one in there. So that's kind of more of the manhood side of this here. Is as men, we always enjoy football and we enjoy the sport of it. So this is the painting that I have, and I really enjoy presenting it. And I put my name here, which is Keno Zahney. Something I started doing this year is an idea from this painting is I started adding the word art on the back or underneath it. Where last year I just signed it as Keno Zahney and the 2 feathers. But this year is something new to look for. I'm going to have the Keno Zahney art on there. And my feathers here represent the warriorism too. So because I'm a protector and a provider for my family, just like here, the tips of it are blessings, traditin. We use that at the end, just like their way the ceremonies would go in stages. At this that's what they use here. Whether you go to another stage of a ceremony would be then the different stages in ceremonies. At the tip, they use the corn pollen. And that's the last stage of a ceremony. Stages of ceremony would be the blessing way. That's how the tassels are on the tips. So this is the painting that I really enjoyed working on. This is one of the biggest one I've done, and I really learned a lot from it. And it's also given me the confidence to make it really bigger paintings. But this is something I really enjoyed doing, and my vision is complete with it being here, and then the really strong bond that we have now. Myself and Anthony as actually my family and Anthony's family, and then the company itself. So this was really a good experience for me to give back. So thank you.